represent. Go, rest in peace.
1, 2, 3. This is Scissor Me Now. I'm Aaron Couts, another stand-up interview with Shane.
Hey, we're back.
He's still standing.
Still I am.
You know, the main question is like, well, okay, so you had your back surgery.
I did.
Wow. I guess tell us about it, man. How was
It was pretty nuts. We went in August 10th. Surgery happened, I think, at 8 in the morning, 8:30 in the morning. By 10 o'clock, I was out.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was an hour and a half procedure, 3 levels, 3 discs in my back, entirely replaced with titanium discs, L3, L4, L5, S1, and
Yeah, we showed those pictures on the last podcast so you can see them clearly.
oh right, okay.
And then, of course, is the vertebrae made out of crystal or glass?
Oh, the one that I'm holding
Yeah.
is just a model type. So mine are 3 titanium discs in between my bones.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I got you.
No, that's just the model looks like.
Okay, I was
yeah.
just like, oh my gosh, Shane's getting like pure crystal like
this
in his
guy's.
body.
Yeah. No, I'd be $1 million man then.
So I guess like one of the most noticeable things is that you're definitely standing taller.
Right.
I guess like, how do you feel now with your back adjusted? Because
I mean, ergonomically, I'm still adjusting to it.
Yeah.
Like my body hasn't really incorporated to the prosthetics yet.
Mm-hmm.
I feel kind of like, from gaining height, my back was so damaged that I gained no less than 1 3/4 inches of height.
right.
Which kind of woke up the nerves in my legs and muscles that
Whoa.
hadn't been used in a long time. So there's like a lot of pain from the post-surgery stuff that I wasn't aware of. The surgery prior to going into surgery, like it was already kind of in my head. Like I had a lot
Right.
of like self-doubt I was going through that I had mentioned in the first interview, and now with this, I have it's new stuff that's unfamiliar to me.
Right. In terms of like being able to walk or like psychologically?
Psychologically, and just like not being able to work as much as I did. Obviously I'm not. I just started getting back to work. So 3 weeks ago was my first day back at work. About 2.5 weeks ago, and I feel great mentally being back at work. I love being in the shop and having fun with the guys here, and that's been awesome. It's just what's been come with it. Like I can't keep up. I'm really tired easily.
Right.
I get kind of winded.
No medications?
No medications now.
Okay.
When I came back, they only gave. So I have no health care, which we went over in the first interview. And with that being said, I have no access to like narcotic pain medicine, which is typically what people are on when they go through such a procedure. I do use CBD as extensively as I can.
Yes, it's an amazing. Yeah, it's an
It is.
amazing relaxer. Like when I'm out in Denver,
Yeah.
I'll go and buy some CBD oil.
Yeah.
It's amazing what it does.
Yeah, it's great. So I've been using CBD. So to answer your question, no more narcotic pain medication, and strictly like CBD for sleep, and it does help.
Are you kind of relieved in a way that like you almost don't have the access to narcotics and that you're basically on this sort of like CBD?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of sad because like if early on if I had them I would have taken. I did take them. When I got them I would take them.
For sure.
But I wasn't abusing it. But I see like the guys that I went through the surgery with, and I won't mention any names, but 2 guys had surgery the same day, and they're both having a hard time coming off of the drugs.
Right.
So they were more comfortable than me in the present time, but over long haul, it's better for me to not, like I feel better not use. It's a gift and a curse. A little bit of discomfort here will prove to be more comfort in the future. So with that being said, I'm grateful, that I just been using CBD. I changed my diet. I stopped drinking. So, there's a culmination of things also, so I could
Now like you're living like primarily healthy.
Yeah.
What do you eat?
Exactly.
What do you eat in the morning?
In the mornings, I rarely eat. I eat coffee in the mornings, but I'm full on pescatarian diet, so just fish and vegetables for my diet, and then no alcohol at all. Stop drinking entirely, and that's been tricky.
That was originally for the pain, right?
I was drinking a lot. Like I was drinking a lot more than I thought. Like I was probably drinking Yeah, I was drinking every day, and through our last interview, I had already stopped drinking.
Right.
But I was drinking excessively to kind of camouflage the pain. Yeah.
Right. Now that you've sort of like almost gone full circle with this whole thing, I mean, starting with Shane's back and all the way like completing the surgery, what's your whole perspective on everything that you've been through?
To be honest with you, Aaron, I'm like sitting back every day just tripping out, dude. Like, I have rough days still. Like, I have days, like, it's like a psychological thing. Like, it was like,
Interesting.
it was like such a gift to be able to obtain the surgery, and at the same time, it's like one of the most hindering things I've ever been through, because I'm reacclimating to a 38-year-old, 39-year-old body that I've been in my whole life. So, like, the way that I feel, both mentally, physically, emotionally, like, it's all coming to fruition now, and I feel like at times really overwhelmed and kind of lethargic, and then at other times it's like a day-to-day thing. Like, now that the weather's changing and cold, I'm like miserable, dude.
Really?
Like, yeah, like my body's really like.
Is your body really hypersensitive to like climate change?
Absolutely.
Like just almost anything?
Absolutely. And like cutting this morning, my first cut this morning was at 3:45 a.m. and it's like my whole body was just like so hurting, and it's hard to explain. Like, I don't feel like my body's become one with the prosthetics.
Right.
It hasn't even been. It was just 60 days 2 days ago. It was just 2 months.
Right.
So I don't feel like my body has become one with my prosthetics, with the discs.
Right.
And I can feel it. I could feel it at certain times. Like right now, sitting here talking to you, and I feel great. But like, when it's cold and I'm cutting and people are asking me about it, I'm definitely aware of the fact that I just had a gnarly surgery. I have a really crazy cut on my belly too, because they did the surgery from the front, so it's pretty invasive.
Yeah,
surgery.
we saw that like a little bit on Instagram, and so they really just cut through the belly.
They cut through everything and push all my
God.
stuff aside, and then do the surgery from the front, and then basically they cut grooves into my vertebrae and then hammer the discs in 3.
How delicate is that procedure? It seems like if you're just shoving a bunch of organs out of the way.
These guys got it down.
Oh man!
Thank goodness.
This is Ritter,
I'm
right?
standing here right now, Dr. Ritter.
Dr.
Lang,
Ritter.
yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
My God.
So it was a very pretty unparalleled event that's gone on in my life.
Yeah, I guess like one of the things I didn't expect is all sort of like the psychological aspects of it.
Yeah.
Because I think that most people, including myself, thinking that, okay, like I know that among all surgeries, back surgeries are some of the most hardcore surgeries that exist in the world.
Absolutely.
And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's me, or maybe it's just a lot of times when we think that people make it like through like the actual surgery, they're out of the woods for the most part, and there is that like recovery time, but I never realized that there was such a huge psychological component of like you knowing it's going to get cold, and so you anticipating already, all right, this is how my body's going to feel.
Yeah.
And that's something new to me. I never would have considered that before.
Yeah, ergonomically, like I'm reacclimating to an entirely new body. That's basically what I'm going through.
And because it's your back that holds like so many central nervous systems in it, does it, like when you said other parts of your body were reactivating like nerves that you never used before?
Right. For the first 3 weeks.
How trippy does that feel?
It was nuts. The first 3 weeks, I was like, dude, what did I do? Like, the first 3 weeks, I was on the couch, like crying my brains out, like begging for mercy. Like, my right leg. So if you look at the old MRIs, you could see that I had the left nerve root for my left leg was pinched between L5S1, and it was almost severed. So with that being said, I was favoring this leg a lot. When they did the surgery, they immediately alleviated that nerve, and what happened was my right leg woke up, like every nerve in my right leg at once. So it felt like all my toes were cut and like bleeding.
Oh my God!
The bottom of my feet felt like my feet were bleeding, and like salt being poured in there. It was like brutal, and it was a 24-hour thing where I was pacing the house, like telling Loren, like, this is crazy. Like I don't know what's going on. I wasn't able to sleep for like, I think it was like the better part of 3 weeks, and I was like, man, I was calling my buddies that had the surgery and asked if this was normal and looking stuff up on the internet. I was out of my mind. And then it started like mellowing out, and then one day I woke up and was like, man, I'm like feeling better, you know? And again, like I'm still really sore. I'm still really sore. My body knows that it went through something pretty triumphant, so
yeah. As you're wearing the Thrasher flames
yeah,
on
exactly.
you, I'm like looking at, like picturing you literally being on fire.
The irony.
And being doused.
Right. But I'm back, you know, I'm back, and I'm really great. My clients are super excited to have me. My coworkers are excited to have me back, and I'm just really happy to be back.
Dude, based off the podcast, a lot of people are excited to have you back.
I'm honored.
I didn't expect that so many people would physically call in
Yeah.
and ask, I guess because they don't have your phone number, but
Right.
they would physically call me and ask how you were doing.
I'm so fortunate. Like, I'm grateful for everybody that listened to the first one, watched the first one, and kind of got insight about me. You know, like barbering is a big part of my life, but you know, this was officially the biggest thing that I've ever been through, and for the amount of support both nationally and internationally, it was like very overwhelming for me, very humbling, very like, you know, I'll never be able to thank everybody for helping me. And
for sure, I've sort of went through the industry a little bit, and I haven't really been able to find any sort of a similar story of someone really having extensive health problems and an industry sort of going after that. So I think that's really cool to see the industry actually do something like that. Because I've never seen it.
Yeah, everyone stepped up all over the world to help me finance the surgery, and you know, now I'm here, and I couldn't be more grateful. You know, another 6 months, then we'll do another interview, and I should be doing backflips in here. That's what I'm hoping for.
All right, man. 6 months, we'll do a backflip.
Yeah,
it's good to see you.
Right on, dude.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you for everything, brother.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
He's back!
I'm back.